morning, my friends. This is Tina here at the Kooky Kitchen, and today's going to be an all-day event of cooking. Some of these things I think I've already recorded maybe before I changed my name to my channel, but what I am doing is I am putting together kind of like the old style TV dinners, except I got plastic containers so they cannot go in the oven to be heated. So some things hopefully that will freeze well. And what we're looking for is that night when you don't want to cook, you don't want to wait for something to defrost, you just want to take it out, throw it in the microwave, and it heats up in just a few minutes, and you've got a halfway decent meal to get you through to the next day when you have more energy and hopefully you're ready to cook again. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start the baked beans. Well, the first meal I'm doing, I already done. I know I put my baked beans, my mom's recipe, in a video before. So through the first set of, I don't know what to call them, TV dinners probably is not a good thing. I'll probably get sued, huh? Our quick and easy freezer meals, maybe, I don't know. It's pretty close to the same one that I did before, where I did the pork spare ribs. So I got pork spare ribs going. That's going to go in them. I've got mashed potatoes. The only thing I did differently this time is I did put some ranch dressing mix in there to give it a little bit different flavor. It's boxed mashed potatoes. I don't care for them, so I like to put a little bit of different seasoning in them. Baked beans, and then I'm also going to fry okra. Just like we did with the other one, I think it was tater tots or french fries we put in there. The okra, the fried okra, it's the only way I like okra, we can easily take out and put in the air fryer for a couple of minutes while we're reheating our food. So I am still looking for things that freeze easily and that can be mostly done in the microwave. So I'll be showing you a few things that I'm doing and the recipes. And then, of course, at some point, we'll be taking out the meals and eating them. And I'll give you an update. All right, so I'm going to chop up some bacon. I'm going to chop up my onions. They were frozen and they're a little too big, so I need to chop them up. I'm going to use some brown sugar, yellow mustard, Worcestershire sauce, and pork and beans. So let me get started. I used about half of a pack of bacon, maybe 3/4, a cup of onion, and that's my homegrown onions that I had frozen. I did kind of chop them a little bit. They're too soft because they were frozen to actually chop, but to help them start breaking down, because they'll break down more as I cook them. Needs to be used. I have tons of brown sugar. It needs to be used. One of the reasons why I'm doing this recipe, because I have 4 cans of pork and beans that need to be used. I don't know how long my mom's had them, but they're all still good. Oh yeah, so they have until 2026. Again, that date for me, it says best used by. It doesn't say I'm spoiled if you don't use me by this date. So I don't have a problem using something if it's past its best used by date. But of course I do watch and make sure, you want to make sure that the can is in good condition, wherever you've been storing it at. And then when I go to open it, I listen. And if there's a puff of air, I will double think using that. I had a tomato sauce can do that once. I was like, whoa. So just so you know that. So part of the goal of this also is to use up things I need to use up. I need to get my freezer cleaned out. Spring is coming. It's time to plant a new garden. Still got things in from last spring, just because of all the stuff that went on personally for me and my family. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in the pork and beans. I think it's about a half a teaspoon of mustard. I'll gauge it and let you know. 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And then I use brown sugar to my taste. I don't like them real sweet. I don't like them not sweet. So that's what I'm doing. Our bacon's done. We're going to add our pork and beans. We have 4 15-ounce cans of pork and beans. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to tell you, I did drain the grease off from the bacon and the onions. The pork and beans are not drained. The whole thing went in here, and I used that juice to help deglaze the bottom of the pan to get more of the bacon flavor. Got about a teaspoon of yellow mustard and 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Sorry, my stove has bacon splatters all over it. Okay, this is what my mom always measured her Worcestershire sauce with. She would pour it in, dump it in, but she kept the Worcestershire sauce going as she did that, and she did that 4 times. So whatever this equals plus the drops that went in between is how much my mom used. Once this gets heated up, then I'll start adding in the brown sugar. Okay, so I added 3/4 cups of brown sugar. I measured it out and then tasted after each one, just so I would kind of have an idea to let you know, because I usually don't measure anything for this recipe. Now I'm going to stick it in a preheated oven at 350 for 30 to 45 minutes. What I'm looking for is that juice to cook down and for this to caramelize. And it's just so delicious. So let me get it in the oven and I'll show you what the outcome is. The baked beans are done, and this is what you're looking for. I just took them out, so they're still hot. I don't want to really mess with them. As it starts to cool off, that liquid is going to thicken a little bit more. Once it's completely cool, we'll add it to our freezer meal trays, because again, I'm not sure what to call them. Next, I'll probably do the okra, because the ribs still have some time. Let's get to the fried okra. First of all, I usually fry fresh okra. And I do have some frozen in my freezer from my garden, but this was purchased. Needs to be used. So I'm actually doing 2 bags. I think they're 1-pound bags, because I'm going to snack on it today. It's going to be my lunch. I love fried okra. And I'm doing it a little bit differently. So right now it's soaking in buttermilk. And I'm going to get together my flour, cornmeal, and seasonings so we can dredge it and get it in a fry pan to fry it up. The okra is drained. I've got my flour, cornmeal, and seasoning. I've got a mess on the stove. And that's it. I'm going to fry it up till it's golden brown. And then when it comes out, I do a light sprinkling of salt. That's it. That's all I do. Let's get it done. The okra is done. So hopefully the ribs will be cool enough so that I can start dealing with them. But let's let these cool before we put them in our freezer meals. I just realized I didn't show you what I did with the ribs. I've already got it in the dish here. Basically, I took the bones out and the gristles along the top. Try to leave them as big of chunks as I could. You can see there's the topping still has the barbecue sauce on it. I apologize. It's been one of those days where everything goes wrong. And so it's taken me all day to do the one thing. Let's see. First, my slow cooker wasn't working. So then I had to quickly transfer the ribs to the oven. I haven't done oven ribs in years. Then, if you can believe it, my drinking glasses are just the right size to go down my drain where my garbage disposal is. However, it's a very tight fit and you can't get it back out. So I don't know how it actually fit. It had to been just right to get down there, but I couldn't turn the garbage disposal on. I couldn't rinse any dishes because obviously the glass is plugging the sink. I had dishes I had to do. I needed to keep going. So anyway, I'm sorry I forgot this part to show you about the ribs. But they are now going in the freezer. I want them to freeze, then I'll put plastic wrap and label them. But I want them to freeze good so when I do the plastic wrap, the potatoes and the beans don't stick to it. So that was my day. How was your day? We're almost done. And actually, I was going to do all 3 freezer meals in one video. I think this one's already like at 8 or 10 minutes. I'm probably going to stop here. It's been a long day. And I'm just kind of done. So I will do the other 2 because I've got things in process to do them. So what's coming up in the next video, I don't know if I'll do 1 video or 2 videos, but one will be a freezer meal of taquitos, homemade pinto beans, and Spanish rice. And the other one will be gochujang. I'm sure I never say that right. Salmon with stir-fried vegetables and stir-fried rice. And possibly shrimp. I can't eat shrimp, but my son likes it, and he never makes it because he's always making for both of us. So I might do salmon for myself, and when I get all that done, make some shrimp for him with the same sauce I'm putting on my salmon, same stir-fried vegetables, and same stir-fried rice. But tomorrow, after these freeze and I put the plastic wrap on, I'll show you what that looks like so you kind of can see, and we'll see how much time we have left. It is time to get the plastic wrap on top of our food so it does not get freezer burned while we're waiting to eat the food. So I already did cut a piece of plastic off because I needed 2 hands to do it. So I'm just going to lay it down and then I'll show you how I'm going to do it I guess I'm trying to keep all the air out. So that was my son's dog. He says good morning. I will have to say plastic wrap is not the easiest thing to work with, in my opinion. Anyway, so I've just kind of stuffed it all down as close to the food as possible, getting out as much air as possible. And then I'm going to kind of tuck in the sides a little bit. There's some, you know, I wanted the potatoes to freeze so they didn't stick to it, but maybe that was a mistake. If you do these and you know an easier way to do this, let me know in the comments. So I'm just going to stick the lid back on it, label it, and throw it back in the freezer. That's it for this individual freezer meal. This is Tina with the Kooky Kitchen. Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, share with family and friends, comment below, and I'll see you next time here at the Kooky Kitchen. Bye.